Welcome to the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast, presented by the Beef Cattle Research Council, the most popular content from beefresearch.ca, available on the go. Before we get into this week's episode, a quick message from the BCRC.
Carrying capacity is the amount of forage available for grazing animals in a specific field. Accurately calculating it is crucial for setting the right stocking rate, ensuring animal productivity, and maintaining grassland health. The BCRC Carrying Capacity Calculator offers two methods for calculating the carrying capacity of your pastures to help maximize efficiency. Explore this resource and learn about the steps involved in these two methods by clicking the link in the show notes. This episode is titled Birds, Bees, and Breeding Beef Cattle. The goal of a cow-calf operation should be for each breeding female to deliver a healthy calf to weaning each year. While this sounds simple enough, there is a long list of variables that must fall into place before that can happen. In addition to maintaining a cow herd that is productive in the short term, a breeding program should support the objectives of your farm over the long term. Whether you are aiming to raise commercial cattle or purebred breeding stock, effective reproductive management should sustain continuous improvements in genetics and production potential. The timing of your breeding season plays a crucial role in determining when your calving season occurs, whether in winter, spring, summer, or fall. When planning, it's important to consider factors such as labor availability, feed resources, infrastructure, weather, and marketing goals. The BCRC offers a comprehensive comparison table outlining the advantages and disadvantages of various calving systems. We encourage you to review this table, linked in the show notes, to find what may work best for your farm. Once you've selected a calving system, you can determine your breeding season and work to optimize it. Maintaining breeding momentum is crucial to success. On average, it takes a cow 50 to 80 days and 80 to 100 days for heifers to be ready to rebreed after calving. Females that calve late one year are much more likely to be open the following year, making it important to front-load both the breeding and therefore calving seasons to ensure more animals calve earlier. Having a defined breeding season, where a bull is placed with the cow herd and removed after approximately 3 cycles, can help achieve the recommended calving distribution of 60 to 90 days. Studies have shown that there are economic benefits to having at least 60% of cows and heifers become pregnant during the first 21-day cycle. This leads to improved calf health and marketing management, thanks to a more uniform calf crop. A good benchmark to aim for is 85% of calves arriving by the end of the second cycle and 95% by the end of the third cycle. In order to maintain this momentum, cows must get pregnant. Nutrition is the most important factor influencing cow fertility. Maintaining an ideal body condition score of 3 helps ensure a cow's productivity, allowing her to produce a calf every 365 days. The nutritional needs of beef cows vary depending on their stage of reproduction. A general guideline is to provide cows with 55 to 60 to 65% total digestible nutrients, TDN, and 7 to 9 to 11% crude protein, CP, during mid-gestation, late gestation, and lactation, respectively. It is essential to test both water and feed to identify any nutritional deficiencies or anti-quality factors that could impact nutrient intake and influence the type of trace mineral supplementation needed. Cow fertility is important, but remember it takes 2 to tango. Bulls are a significant investment for the herd, and careful year-round management is essential to ensure they perform at their best when breeding season arrives, as well as to promote longevity. The ideal bull-to-cow ratio typically ranges from 1 bull to 20 cows or 1 bull to 30 cows, although this can vary based on factors such as terrain, the total number of animals in the breeding field, social behavior, dominance, and other considerations. To optimize bull breeding performance, keep the following in mind. Before breeding, have your veterinarian perform a bull breeding soundness exam on your sires. Ensure your bulls are up to date on herd vaccinations and, when possible, vaccinate them 3 to 4 weeks before the breeding season. Manage nutrition carefully to avoid over or under conditioning, as both can negatively impact a bull's breeding ability. Be mindful of biosecurity by quarantining new bulls entering your herd, avoiding the sharing of bulls, and ensuring they come from a reputable source. Prevent the spread of venereal diseases by purchasing virgin bulls and/or testing for diseases, and monitor the cattle during breeding season. Bull lameness or injury, or a less subtle issue such as fever, can be hard to detect, but left unmanaged may devastate reproductive rates. Finally, in order to continually improve your breeding program, keep records. Preg checking and reproductive record keeping is important as you can't improve what you don't measure. According to the 2022 to 2023 Canadian Cow-Calf Survey, the average national open rate for cows was 8%, while the open rate for heifers was 11%. Keeping accurate records is essential for setting targets and production goals, monitoring pregnancy rates in your herd, identifying potential issues, and tracking genetic progress over time. Producers who have a veterinarian preg check the herd each year are more likely to identify problems when it is still possible to determine a cause and potentially limit future losses. Pregnancy checking also allows producers to strategically manage the open cows in the herd. The BCRC has an economics of pregnancy testing beef cattle calculator where you can input your on-farm preg checking data to help determine what options make the most sense for your operation. This tool and additional information on reproduction management can be found at beefresearch.ca and are linked in the show notes. Effectively managing a breeding cow herd is key to the short-term and long-term success, profitability, and productivity of a cow-calf operation. Thoughtful management of both females and breeding bulls will yield positive results come calving season.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. You can find all relevant links and information at beefresearch.ca or in the show notes. The Beef Cattle Research Council is funded by the Canadian Beef Cattle Checkoff and strives for excellence in the production of Canadian beef, cattle, and forage through research, innovation, and extension. Tune in every Tuesday as the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast delivers straightforward insights, expert information, and a wealth of practical knowledge for Canadian beef producers. Subscribe now.